Hello all and welcome to our Crochet Designs. My name is Mary and in today's tutorial we are working on part 2 of our Mystery Hexagon Blanket. Simply gorgeous. I love. Okay, I'm very excited because I've worked on a border and that border is winning. Yay! Also, we will be having a live to discuss some of your hexagon pieces this Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Melbourne, Australia time, or next Wednesday at 4 p.m. Melbourne, Australia time yet again. We usually always discuss our tutorials on our lives, so you must catch those lives to keep up with everything. But in the meantime, we're working on this gorgeous little piece. So don't worry too much about all this. We are going to work just on this half hexagon today. Now let's just move all this out the way so I can explain everything to you. Okay, so what we are doing here is, I'm going to grab a full piece so you can have a look-see. We are doing a half piece for this bit here. See that first bit circle, the second circle, and then your full hexagon? This is exactly the same, right, as your full hexagon but done in half size. All right, so it's got to match the half right there, and this way it'll be easy for us to put together when we are putting our pieces together, like this one. So what we're going to do, we're going to pop a normal hexagon there. We're all going to be using the same colour. So there's your oranges and then your extra green, and there's, we're going to pop that one there, or we'll pop it over here. Okay, I'm sorry, no, wait, there. Whoops. No, that's not right either. Get it right, woman. Okay, so that, pretend that colour is the same as the orange, okay? It will make more sense once we get all our pieces together, okay? Also, I did want to mention that we only have 12 of these light, don't worry about that one for now, I'll pop that over there. We only have 12 of these light greens, and you actually need 18. So I did make an error on the pattern there and I do apologise. So you need to make another 6 more of these light green, yes, light green. Don't stress too much. I'll explain more about it in part 3 of our Mystery Hexagon Blanket. Just make sure you do an extra 6 of these light greens, not the dark greens, just the light ones. And I apologise for messing that up in part 1. All right, but for today we are going to focus mainly on part 2, which is making these gorgeous half hexies. All right, and let me talk about how many we're going to make. Alrighty, you need to make, let me get these pieces. Alrighty, so you need to make 2 of your, whatever that is, pink, I mean what that colour that is, orange, and your light pink, alright? So you need to make 2 each. Oh, and not the green, we don't want any half hexies in the green, we just want them in these 3 colours, or whatever 3 colours you use. So 2, 2 and 2, so that's altogether 6 half hexies that you will need. Alright, I've already made one in the orange and I'm about to do the light pink today. Alright, so good luck all, and let's get started with our half hexies. Alrighty, we're going to get started now using the pink today. You will also need to use the same items you used for your normal hexagon piece. I used the 5mm hook, that's what we're using today. You will need your scissors, and you will also need that darning weaving needle. We're going to be doing a little bit of sewing in today, but not a lot, okay? We're going to start off with, you actually need to know how to do single crochets, half doubles, and of course the slip stitch. Alright, so we're going to start right now. Alright, we're going to start off by doing a slip knot. Grab your tail end, wrap it around your finger once and twice, holding it there. Pass the back loop halfway over, pass the other loop all the way over, pop your hook in and give everything a tug. Oh, and just to let you know, we actually have part 1, this is part 1 right here. The link to that one will be in the description box down below. That's the actual main hexagon that we will be working with. But for now, today we are working on the half hexagon. In the meantime, we are going to start off by chaining up 1. And a chain is yarn over your hook. Wait a minute, let me bring this in a little bit. Yarn over your hook, pull a loop through once. Yarn over twice, and 3 times, and 4 times. So now that we have our chain 4, we're going to slip stitch into the very first stitch that you made, the very first chain. Pull your loop through, give everything a tug so it looks more like this. Pull a loop through, and from here we're going to chain 1 and pop a single crochet right in the space that we just made. We're going to do that 7 times. We've done our 1. Now this is our second one, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and 7. Alrighty, and I was actually working over my tail end, so just pop your tail end at the back. And now we're going to pop a slip stitch in the first single crochet that we did right there. So pop your hook in between both those loops there. Yes, now grab your thread, pull a loop through and pull it through to the loop on your hook. That's a slip stitch. Chain 1, 2, 3 and 4. Alrighty, we're going to be popping a double crochet here, not in this stitch that we're in, but right in the very next stitch. And in actual fact, these chains here are acting as a double crochet and a chain 1. So what we're going to put here is a double crochet and then we're going to chain 1. So yarn over the hook, pop it in the stitch, pull a loop through, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2, and then we chain our 1 straight into the very next stitch with a double crochet and chain 1. And again in the next one, double crochet, chain 1. That's 1, 2, 3 and 4. We need 7, so let's keep going. Double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, that's the 6th one. Alrighty, now we're going to pop our last double crochet in that very last stitch there. Alright, now ordinarily we would have slip stitched to join, not this time because we're doing a half hexie. We're going to turn our work, just like you're turning the page in a book. Yes, and now we're going to chain up 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. We're going to be putting a double crochet right in that same stitch as you can, where you put your chains, and that'll act as a double crochet, chain 1 and double crochet. Alright, so it's actually a V-stitch that you've formed. Alright, and we're going to do the same all the way across the row. Chain 1 first, double crochet in that very next stitch, not in your chain space, just in the next stitch. Alright, so double crochet, chain 1 and double crochet. So we've formed the V-stitch. Chain 1, okay, and we're going to do another one in that very next stitch. It's your V. Finish it off with a double crochet. Let me explain exactly what we're doing here. We are doing our V stitches, and that's these things here that you see right here. All these are little V's. We're not going to be doing a lot, just some of them. All right, so chain 1, and how many have we done? 1, 2, 3, and now we're on to our 4th. We're going to do a 4th one there. That's a double crochet, chain 1 and a double crochet, and that's your V stitch. And then we are chaining 1 to hop into the next space. Let's try stitch, a double crochet, chain 1 and a double crochet. Whoops, try that again, double crochet. All right, chain, hang on, here we go, we're nearing the end. Pop a double crochet, chain 1 and a double crochet, that's your 6th stitch. Alrighty, and chain 1, and now we're at the end. See that little tiny chain you see right there? We're not going to go into that one, we're going to go into the one right next to it, which is, it's fairly large anyway. That is the 3rd chain, so you're popping your V-stitch on top of that 3rd chain right there. So that's your double crochet, chain 1, and of course your final double crochet. Alright, so this is what we have now. Ordinarily we would have continued all the way around to the top and slip stitch, but it's a half hexie. So what we're going to do here now is turn our work, and we are now going to complete our final row. chain 1, 2 and 3. Alrighty, so what we're going to do here, this is a corner that we're going to form. So we're going to pop a double crochet right in that space there. Okay, so it's kind of like we've kind of just done half a corner here. On a full hexagon, you would have put the rest of your corner there, okay? But for now, we're jumping straight into the very next space because this is only a half hexie, and we're going to pop our double crochet into that space right there. Now from here, we're going to pop a half double crochet in the next space, and a half double crochet is yarn over your hook in the space, pull a loop through, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. And a normal double crochet right here, just before this V here, alright? So now this is where we're going to pop our corner. And if you remember our corners, they are 2 double crochets, 1 and 2, chain 1 and 2, and 2 double crochets. That was our corner in your main hexagons that we did in part 1, alright? Alright, and in our very next space, we're going to pop a double crochet again, okay? And in the V stitch, we're going to pop that half double, which is yarn over your hook, pop it in the space, pull a loop through, 3 loops, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops on your hook. And then from here, we're going to do our double in the next space, right there. And now we come up to a corner. And what are we doing in the corner? 2 double crochets, 1 and 2, chain 2 and 2 double crochets. Alright, and now we are going to pop a double crochet in that next space, half double in your next V right there, and a double in this space right here. We are towards the end now. We're going to pop a double crochet in the space right there, okay? But for the next stitch, we are actually going to be popping that next one in the top of the chain, the 3rd chain right there, okay? 2 and 2. And what we're going to do now, because this is the very end of our half hexie, pull a loop through, grab your scissors, give it a cut, and pull that loop through, and you have your half hexie. Let me show you what it looks like now. Alright, there's your full one. Wait, you know what? Let's try the green. I think the green will be able to see it better. There it is. Gorgeous! Alright, now let's sort out what we will be doing. We actually, you know what? How gorgeous. A nice close-up there. Gorgeous! So let's grab our colours. Don't do any half hexies in green. You're only doing them in these 3 colours. And what you're doing is 2 of each one of these. Alright, so 2 pinks, 2 oranges, and 2 whatever colour that is. So there you go. Also, I need you to do another 6 more light green hexagons. Don't worry too much about the other colours. You just need to do another 6. I messed up the count last week on our first part of the series. So give me another 6 greens. Alrighty, just the light green, not the dark green. Just 6 of the light green, okay? Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share and do all those wonderful things that you guys pretty much already do for me. But before we go, I'm just going to talk to you about weaving in just the center end right here. Oh, and I've got the wrong needle. Oh. Alright, here we go. If I can get this to thread, we might get started with the weaving. Oh dear. Here we go, all good. So we're going to weave it in at the back of our work. Don't weave in this tail here because we can crochet over that when we do our join as you go in part 3. But for now, we're going to weave in through our stitching here, through the back of course. Oh, and how you can tell the front to the back. When you look at it at the front, your little V's right here will be facing you. When you face it this way, your V's will be pointing backwards. Alright, so we are going to weave in and out of our starting row that we did, and just through those stitching, check to see if the needle is in. No, good, you can't see it, that's great, just pull that loop through. All right, we're going to continue round like so. Nice tight stitching there. Can't see the needle. Perfect. Pull it through. Keep going until we get to the end of this section right here. But that's not the end yet, guys. We're going to turn it around and pop it through the opposite direction, different area of course, so you don't unravel what you just did. And you can't see the needle. Pop that through, and there you go. I think that should do it. We'll give it a cut now. Gorgeous. Okay, and there you go. We have one half hexagon done. Let's grab a full one, and there you go. And that's it, guys. Don't forget to join us next week for part 3 of our mystery blanket. And oh, how gorgeous does it look? Oh. And guess what, guys? Ciao for now.